There comes a time in every journey where people assume the story is over. When the applause dies down, the phone stops ringing, and your name isn't mentioned anymore. That time can feel lonely, confusing, and even heartbreaking. But what they don't realize is that what looked like your ending was just God's way of creating a private space to do a new thing. Because God often allows endings that look like failure to become the sacred soil for rebirth, refinement, and divine setup. When people walked away from you, they thought they were leaving a closed case. They didn't realize they were stepping away from a seed that hadn't finished growing. The same mouths that once cheered for you suddenly fell silent or turned to mockery when trials came. But God wasn't panicking. Heaven wasn't worried. Because your value was never rooted in popularity. It was rooted in purpose. And purpose doesn't expire just because people lose sight of it. There's something stirring in the depths of your soul that people didn't count on. God never declared your finish line. He declared your future. The enemy wants you to mistake silence for absence. He wants you to believe that the delay means denial. But let me tell you, divine preparation often happens in the dark. Just like a baby is formed in the womb, or a diamond forged under pressure, your transformation happens in silence, hidden from the eyes of those who misjudged your process. The truth is, some people were only assigned to your life for a season. When their role ended, God allowed the disconnection not to punish you, but to protect what's next. He didn't want you anchored to people who couldn't carry the weight of your destiny. Some goodbyes are blessings in disguise. You cried over what you lost, not knowing it was making room for what was coming. Let this be clear. God isn't done with you. He's repositioning you. He's closing chapters so he can write new ones. He's cutting off distractions so he can accelerate your assignment. And when he brings you back on the scene, it won't be with a whisper. It'll be with a wind. A wind that shakes foundations and breaks cycles. The enemy celebrated your quiet season. He thought the silence meant surrender. But what he didn't know was that while you were hidden, you were healing. While you were quiet, you were becoming. While you were isolated, you were being empowered. Heaven was downloading strength, clarity, and authority into you that no man could give and no demon could take away. And now, you're coming back not as the same person, but as the refined version of yourself. You've been through fire and you didn't burn. You've walked through betrayal and your heart is still soft. You've faced rejection, but you now walk with self-respect and resilience. God has not just preserved you, he has prepared you. You may not have had public support, but you've always had private favor, and favor is more powerful than fame. When God breathes on your life, what took others years will happen for you in moments. When God opens the door, no man can shut it. Some people only loved the version of you they could control, but now you walk in freedom. You walk in truth. You no longer need validation to feel valuable. You no longer chase affection. You carry authority. You've learned to sit with God instead of begging for a seat at tables that weren't built for you. This is why your return will be shocking. Not because you're seeking revenge, but because your rise is undeniable. The same mouths that said, "They'll never recover," will have to admit, surely God's hand is on their life. The ones who buried you with words will have to witness your bloom. God's glory will make sure of it. Don't be surprised if old connections try to reappear. Your light will draw those who once dismissed you. But this time you won't let them near the garden you cultivated in tears. Your discernment is sharper now. Your boundaries are blessed. And your circle will reflect your healing, not your history. This next season of your life isn't just about coming back. It's about coming up. It's not just restoration, it's reintroduction. God is unveiling the version of you that had to go through pain to carry power. A version that carries peace, purpose, and prophetic clarity. You're not who you used to be, and thank God for that. Let people talk. Let them speculate. But let them watch too. Because you're stepping into a moment that's been prepared by heaven. not man. Your name is being whispered in rooms of opportunity, not because you forced your way in, but because God ushered you in. There's a shift in the spirit. Can you feel it? A new momentum, a fresh oil, an uncommon grace. This is the kind of season where what didn't work before suddenly aligns. The kind of season where doors swing open and burdens lift. Where prayers you whispered in desperation are answered in power. So get ready. Clear your heart of bitterness and make space for breakthrough. Don't walk into this season carrying the weight of who you were. Step boldly into who you are now, anointed, appointed, and aware. They thought it was over, but they didn't realize the God you serve writes comebacks into every chapter of your life. And this time, it's not just for you. It's for the ones who need your story to believe in their own. This is not the end. It's the beginning. It's the unveiling. It's the rise. They thought you were finished, but heaven is just getting started with you. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, thank you for being the author and finisher of my faith. Even when others counted me out, you were still writing my story. You never gave up on me, even when I struggled to believe in myself. Today, I give you glory for being the God of comebacks, the God of restoration, and the God of new beginnings. Lord, I release the pain of being misunderstood, overlooked, and abandoned. I surrender the wounds left by those who walked away. I know now that what seemed like rejection was actually redirection. Thank you for protecting me from what I could not see and preparing me for what you have destined me to be. Give me the strength to walk boldly into this next season. Help me to forgive without holding on, to rise without bitterness, and to grow without limits. May your Spirit guide me as I let go of the past and embrace the divine purpose that lies ahead. Lord, breathe on my life again. Let your favor go before me and your glory surround me. Anoint my steps and place me where no man can remove me. Let my life be a testimony of your power, grace, and unshakable love. Where I was broken, make me whole. Where I was silent, give me a voice. Where I was weary, pour in your strength. And where I was hidden, let your light now shine through me. Rebuild every part of me that was torn down and use me for your glory. God, I ask that you silence every lie spoken against me. Cancel every plan the enemy had to destroy me. Uplift me with your truth and establish me in your peace. Let those who mocked me witness the fullness of your promise fulfilled in my life. Surround me with people who see me through your eyes. Remove those who seek to manipulate, distract, or diminish me. Let my relationships be fruitful, honest, and aligned with your will. I declare that I am rising, not by force but by faith, not through popularity but through purpose. I trust you, Lord, to take me further than I've ever gone and deeper than I've ever imagined. In every room I enter, let your presence go before me. In every challenge I face, let your wisdom lead me. And in every victory I claim, may you receive all the glory. Amen.